AI is everywhere, in your phone, your doctor's office, and even in boardroom slide decks. But is the AI revolution real, or are we inside a giant tech bubble waiting to pop? Today we'll cut through the hype, show where AI is delivering real value, where it's overpromised, and what a likely soft landing looks like. Stay with me. I've got data, global perspectives, and practical advice for investors, companies, and policymakers.
The 9 people on stage are shaping global artificial intelligence policy. Representatives from America, the European Union, global tech giants. A year ago, the question was how to make AI safely work for people. Now, America's answer is clear. That's optional.
The AI future is not going to be won by hand-wringing about safety.
Right now, AI systems are deciding who gets medical care, loans, job interviews, often illegally, and no one's watching, which is exactly what the tech industry wants. Now, the most powerful companies in the world are mounting an unprecedented lobbying push to make sure it stays that way.
State lawmakers could soon be barred from regulating artificial intelligence for the next decade.
I guess shocked is the wrong word. More horrified, right?
And they're calling it a favor.
The biggest risk could be missing out.
But here's what the executives don't want you to know. Why the rush? Why buy influence at every level of government? Why risk dismantling legal protections that took decades to build? Because behind the promise of a golden age for humanity, they're hiding something much more cynical. About 6 years ago, a health insurer worked with hospitals to use AI to determine patient care. The algorithm saw less money spent on Black and poor patients and concluded they needed less care. This wasn't a lab experiment, but something deployed across 200 million Americans. We have laws that make this illegal. In fact, we have a whole bunch of rules to protect people from all sorts of abuse. Antitrust laws to keep powerful businesses in check, protections for consumers and children, rules that keep your medical records private, civil rights, labor protections, equal opportunity, intellectual property. And resting on top of this imperfect foundation is us, society. But right now, companies are using AI in ways that break these laws. And most of the time, nobody knows until the damage is done.
Segment 1. The global discourse on AI in 2024 reads like a series of alternating headlines: miracle productivity boost and dangerous overhype. Across regions, the tone changes. North America, cautious optimism. Investors asking where the ROI is. Europe, leading on regulation but worried about competitiveness. Asia Pacific, accelerating adoption, state-driven push in China, robotics in Japan and Korea, and fast uptake across Southeast Asia. 4 themes tie these conversations together: the productivity paradox, a yawning skills gap, energy and environmental concerns, and rising geopolitical tensions.
We can travel to the stars, we have like unlimited power.
To be clear, there are some really promising applications of AI, but the biggest ones are in the future. Here's what we know is happening right now. Amazon hoarding recordings of your kids indefinitely? Your biometric data being harvested and sold to police departments? Companies rejecting job applicants based off of facial analysis? Health insurers are accused of using AI to mass reject medical claims. Landlords may use it to collude around rent prices. There's probably more. We don't know because there's no federal laws that require companies to tell us what's actually going on. So that's where the state stepped in.
Segment 2. Let's be clear, AI isn't smoke and mirrors, it's producing real wins. Language models, GPT-4, Claude, Gemini, are powering better customer service, content creation, and tutoring. Multimodal AI now mixes text, image, and audio seamlessly. In healthcare, AI matches or beats specialists in narrow tasks. Mammograms, dermatology scans, retinal disease detection. In science, tools like AlphaFold collapse protein structure timelines from years to months, accelerating drug discovery. In business, Fraud detection has cut false positives dramatically. Supply chains are shaving 10 to 15% off costs, and tools like GitHub Copilot boost developer output in routine tasks. These aren't hypothetical. They're measurable improvements in particular use cases.
Follow the money, and that's really all you have to do.
That's Ruman Chowdhury, former AI envoy for the State Department. Used to run Twitter's ethical AI team, past tense, because Elon Musk fired her. Since ChatGPT triggered the current AI gold rush, 5 major tech companies have poured over $100 million into lobbying the federal government. But there's more to it.
We talk a lot about lobbying. There are also other ways in which companies influence what happens in the policy space.
Major tech companies bankroll academic research, steering the whole field.
This was not necessarily maliciously done, right? This comes from the fact that these companies have so much more money than academic institutions.
In some ways, they're richer than the government.
Be afraid. Be afraid. Pure evil exists. Okay, it does exist. Okay, and these people, they plan on dominating us in AI, in chips.
Industry voices argue that if we subject AI to all the usual rules, it will slow down AI development and cause the US to lose the AI race to China. There's just one potential problem with their argument.
China actually has a very developed, responsible AI framework.
They are one of the best regulated AI environments in the world. I'm concerned that this kind of competitive language is a Trojan horse for deregulation.
Segment 3. But here's the other story, the valuation and expectation side. Startups are getting valuations 50 to 100 times higher than traditional software peers. Some public firms spike 15 to 20% just by calling themselves AI. Venture funding is heavily concentrated. $25.2 billion in AI VC in 2023, while AI startups were a tiny slice of total startups. Hype led to bold predictions: full self-driving by 2020, mass job wipeouts by 2025, AGI in a few years, and those didn't pan out. On the ground, many enterprise deployments hit data quality walls, integration costs, and trouble measuring ROI beyond pilots. That pattern, extreme valuations, FOMO, and implementation gaps, looks a lot like past bubbles.
I'm standing here outside a Meta data center. Investors have been pouring money into AI infrastructure projects. This one has cost about $700 million. Overall, it's tough to give an exact amount on the industry's investment because all of this money is private. But everyone more or less guesses it's at about $200 billion.
There is no clear path to profitability.
The original idea was that AI was going to be sold to businesses, but that has failed to materialize for all of the reasons that AI just isn't working all that well in the first place.
We said from the very beginning we were going to go after AGI.
I'm sure you've heard it before.
How long before we're literally dealing with a god?
It used to be that AGI was this very binary moment.
OpenAI has had a definition of AGI in its charter, and I quote from its charter: highly autonomous systems that outperform humans at most economically valuable work.
Microsoft and OpenAI have an investment deal that further defines AGI.
In the contract language, specifically that they would consider a system AGI once it had generated $100 billion.
Segment 4. If the market corrects, impacts would vary. Tech, valuations and speculative projects would take the biggest hit. Expect consolidation, layoffs in speculative research, and a return to problem-first product building. Finance. VCs and public investors with heavy AI exposure could face write-downs. Banks could face lending risk in extreme cases. Healthcare. Companies without strong clinical validation could struggle for funding and regulatory approval, but proven clinical tools remain resilient. Manufacturing and logistics. Some automation projects may be delayed, but practical uses like predictive maintenance and quality control will survive. Bottom line, the speculative layer could shrink fast, but functional, revenue-generating applications are more likely to persist. Segment 5. We've seen this before. dot-coms, railway mania, radio, TV booms all followed the pattern. Massive hype, market crash, then rationalization and durable winners. The difference now? AI builds on mature infrastructure, cloud, chips, delivers measurable enterprise wins, and operates under more active regulation. So even if we get a correction, the underlying tech and infrastructure will likely endure and improve. Segment 6. The most plausible path isn't apocalypse, it's a soft landing. What that looks like? Valuations normalize and investors revert to traditional metrics. Companies shift from AI first to problem first deployments. Standards, safety protocols, and interoperability emerge. Investment flows toward infrastructure, cloud, chips, and application-specific solutions with clear ROI. This is actually good. It forces discipline, limits waste, and helps real innovation scale sustainably.
Do you believe that we're in the midst of an AI bubble today?
Definitely, I do believe that there is a very strong bubble element to it. As I repeat, very useful technologies could still be in a massive bubble. The bubble could burst, and the technology development can continue long term. It happened in wireless, it happened in fiber optics, it happened in e-commerce. And similarly, AI could be useful in 15 years, 10 years, but still it could be a massive bubble today. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. So, and if this AI bubble, current bubble, the financial bubble we are on, as opposed to technology development, if it bursts, it poses a risk to the global financial system itself, the trading system.
Practical takeaways. For investors, diversify. Double down on infrastructure plays and businesses with measurable traction. Expect longer timelines. For enterprises, adopt a problem-first approach. Run small, measurable pilots. Invest seriously in change management and workforce reskilling. For policymakers, strike a balance. Protect innovation, but enforce safety standards. Invest in public-private reskilling and international cooperation on standards. If you're an individual worker, focus on complementary skills. Tooling, domain knowledge, and adaptability will matter most. So is AI a bubble? Parts of the market look overheated, but the technology itself is real and valuable. Expect turbulence, but also long-term transformation, led by those who focus on measured value over hype. If you liked this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which AI use case do you trust the most? Healthcare, finance, or creative tools? I'll read your replies in the next video.